In the movie Miss Congeniality 2, starring Sandra Bullock, if you pause it at just the right second, it displays nothing but my dad's big, bald-ass head. Eventually, he upgraded to the Las Vegas card-counting movie 21, where he held the door for the main character and said his lines. To be honest, I've watched this scene 1,000 times, and I still can't quite figure out what the fuck he said, but I know that these were some of his proudest moments. Because to him, being an extra just meant he was extra famous. You see, my father was an actor. And though he didn't make a living from acting, acting was his living, which is fitting. Because the last time I saw my dad was on a screen. We FaceTimed while he was in the hospital, and you know, he told me that he was coming home soon, that he would never leave without a proper goodbye, and I don't know if I should call him a liar or a damn good actor, because now his EKG looks a lot like his scripts. It's only got one line. I guess the heart monitor took quiet on set a bit too literally. His lungs, now the understudy to a ventilator, the ICU CGI'd my father's voice into an answering machine. I left him message after goddamn message, just waiting for a call back, but he's too busy acting like he's gonna be okay, and honestly, I can't tell if he's killing this role or if this role is killing him. The pandemic was a global hit. 1.1 million caskets sold. Those box office numbers boomed as bodies filled the room, but not a single one belonged to my father. He had his own box waiting for him in the garage. I buffed and shined it myself, and while I think there's something cynical about picking out your own casket, I know he was just getting ready to be inducted into the Walk of Fame. Because isn't that exactly what happens when you bury a star? After his ceremony, the doctors turned to more director. Tell us to go home. It's important to stay safe, remain socially distant, but they all feel like closed captions because I see exactly what they're trying to say. What they really mean is that, like any disease, he had to have gotten it from someone. He had to have gotten it from someone. And this is the plot twist I never saw coming. My father's blood covers my hands, trickles off my fingers onto the floor, so now everywhere I walk is a red carpet. Every step is a memory of what I took from my family, a flashback to a time when things were fine, another flashback, flash, every flash be a reminder that I'm the one who brought home the disease that made my paparazzi, and now his remains sit on the shelf like the Oscar he never won, but still it's a spot he gave his life for, turning heaven into Hollywood because he was a classic man, one of the good fellas, strong as a raging bull, but when his body starts to shudder, I lend my mother my shoulders least because I can't imagine how hard it must be to long for her husband to sing even when the score says he won't, and it's so hard not to feel guilty when every time I look at his urn, all I see is my reflection. Because to be a son is to be your father's understudy. It is to know your lines, to play the part, to never break so that when God yells action, I can put on a smile. I can lift my head up to the sky and shout, "Look, Dad, I'm finally wearing a mask. And I promise I'll keep it on until the credits roll. And the director finally yells,